Live from Asmara, this is ERi-TV English News Broadcast for 30th of November at 10:30 p.m. Good evening to you. Here are stories making headlines. President Eritrea-Sudan and General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan held extensive talks. Central Council of Eritrean Teachers Association holds meeting. Venezuela reacts to U.S. airspace closure threat. And Russia thwarts Ukrainian terrorists. President Eritrea-Sudan and his host, the chairman of Sudan's Sovereign Council, General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, held an extensive meeting at the government headquarters in Port Sudan in the late afternoon hours yesterday. The meeting focused on strengthening bilateral ties, developments in situation in Sudan, as well as regional and international issues of mutual concern. President Eritrea-Sudan reiterated Eritrea's firm and principled stance on the support for the unity and sovereignty of Sudan. The president further underlined that Eritrea will continue to stand on the side of Sudan until the achievement of durable peace. General Abdel Burhan, for his part, paid tribute to Eritrea's position, which is anchored in the historic ties between the two peoples, and affirmed that he will exert vigorous efforts to consolidate these ties for the benefits of the two nations. President Eritrea-Sudan also met at the government guest house in the late evening hours yesterday with Prime Minister Dr. Kamal Idris for extensive discussion on the latest developments in Sudan, as well as the status and progress of bilateral ties between the two countries. President Isas reiterated Eritrea's commitment to supporting Sudan in its effort to overcoming the prevailing heavy challenge. Prime Minister Dr. Kamal, for his part, expressed the Sudanese people's profound appreciation for Eritrea's historic and principled stance. President Eritrea-Sudan also met with the governor of the Darfur region, Mr. Mini Arkominawi, and Dr. Al-Tijani Al-Sisi. The discussion focused on the overall situation in Sudan and possible pathway for resolving the current crisis. President Eritrea-Sudan arrived in the Port Sudan in afternoon hours yesterday on the invitation of General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, the chairman of Sudan's Sovereign Council, for the work visit. The Central Council of the Eritrea Teachers Association held a meeting in Asmara on 28th and 29th November to discuss a four-year roadmap. During the meeting, which was attended by members of the Exclusive Committee, the Central Office and Regional Branch, in-depth discussions were held on amendments made to the Association's Constitution at the 8th Congress, reporting procedures, celebration of Teachers' Day, membership fees, and other related issues. In this remark, the chairman of the association, Mr. Simon Mahari, stated that the objective of the association include working for the dignity, rights, and interests of teachers, striving for the growth and development of education, and creating a platform for teachers to exchange ideas, preserve values, and discuss national issues. Following discussions on the presented agendas, the participants approved the roadmap that will guide the association for the coming 4 years. Meanwhile, Mr. Gebreselassie Mahari, head of the Human Resource Development at the Office of Auditor General of Eritrea, provided training on 29th of November to members of the Central Committee, the Central Office, and Regional Branch to assist them in their duties. The Eritrean Teachers Association, having regained its legal status as an independent national association after independence in 1991 under Article 404 of the Transitional Civil Code of Eritrea, is currently carrying out its activities and has approximately 30,000 members. Those were local news updates. We'll be back with global affairs in a few seconds. And now globally, Venezuela has rejected U.S. President Donald Trump's threat to shut down its airspace as an illegal colonialist. attack on its sovereignty. Trump, who accused Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro of leading a drug cartel, intensifies his warning against narco-terrorists yesterday. The Venezuelan Foreign Ministry issued a statement condemning the colonialist threat aimed at undermining the sovereignty of its airspace. This type of declaration constitutes a hostile, unilateral, and arbitrary act incompatible with the most fundamental principles of international law. This is according to the statement. Trump has refused to rule out military operations on Venezuelan territory and hinted during his Thanksgiving message to troops that strikes could soon follow. Maduro has denied any ties to cartel and warned Washington against starting a crazy war in the region. He previously placed an armed force on high alert and held several drills. The U.S. Federal Aviation Administration has warned airlines of the potentially hazardous situation when flying over Venezuela. Caracas has responded by suspending flights from 6 international carriers. Russia's Federal Security Service, FSB, says it has thwarted a Ukrainian-directed attempt to destroy a major natural gas pipeline in the Moscow region. A Russian national was detained in Serpugov district while attempting to plant an improvised explosive device, IED, the FSB reported yesterday. It has been established that the citizen in question was recruited by Ukrainian intelligence service in 2024 while in a temporary detention center for foreigners in Ukraine, where he was placed for violation immigration laws. The agent was sent to Russia under the guise of deportation after recruitment, the agency said. The FSB stated that this month the suspect's handlers contacted him, instructing him to purchase a car and an electric drill. Kyiv's intelligence also provided him with the coordinates of hidden cache, where he retrieved an improvised explosive device disguised as construction glue tubes. According to statements, after carrying out the planned attack, the suspect was expected to leave Russia and return to Ukraine through third countries. However, he was caught by FSB operatives as he was trying to drill into the ground above the pipeline to plant the explosive. Moscow has repeatedly said that Kyiv is responsible for numerous attempts and sabotage missions targeting infrastructure across Russia during the Russia-Ukraine conflict. To conclude our news broadcast, here's a final glance at the top stories. President Isaias and General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan held extensive talks. Central Council of Eritrean Teachers Association holds meetings. Venezuela reacts to U.S. airspace closure threat. Russia thwarts Ukrainian terrorists. That's all with the news for this station. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great night.